Hey all, and welcome back to the HellfireComms playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Today we shall be tackling the third of the Divine Beasts, the stampeding, rampaging, desert-destroying Var Naboris. Named for a very important character, he doesn't really seem to view it that way, honestly. It's a disgrace to the legacy more than anything.
I mean, I feel like if there was one thing I'd like to be named after, once I've, passed on from this mortal coil, it is a large camel that wreaks destruction.
Yeah, that's a fine option. I would choose a less stupid one, personally.
You could have less stupid, but also you could have more stupid. So, I mean, I'd just take the camel, really, because there could have been far worse creatures that this could have been based on.
Yeah. Actually, what desert-dwelling animals besides a camel could they have even used?
See, I was gonna say a vulture, but we already have a bird one.
Yeah.
But a vulture would be kind of cool.
Yeah, you'd probably have to go for something like some form of lizard gecko thing, but then you've got whatever the Divine Beast is in the Gerudo area. Not the Gerudo, the Elden area.
The Goron.
We're in the Gerudo area.
Yes.
Yeah, Goron area, bloody hell. So you've got that, which is basically a lizard. So you're basically out of options at that point, because there's not really that many creatures from a desert.
Alright, listen up, listen up. Divine Beast, large cactus.
Yes, let us do this thing.
It can't move, but boy geez, if you walk into it, it sure will hurt.
Hey, Riju. Where the hell did you come from? The skies, baby, the skies. Yeah, look at you. All mannish with your pecs out and whatnot.
I think if you don't change costumes, you don't get that line.
Ah, okay. Right, so the approach for this one is, we're going with the sand seals, we gotta shoot its little feetsies with bombs, like it were a Shadow of the Colossus, boss.
And I'm gonna highly recommend you turn on any sort of bow that fires multiple.
Huh. Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because then it's free, right? Because, for each one bomb arrow, you can get 2 or 3 depending on how good it is. So, and unlike, the other quests there where we needed to go scavenge these special arrows ourselves, she's just like, yeah, here you go. Bomb arrows, whatever. It's like, oh, cool, I guess they're not that important compared to the lightning arrows.
Alright, let's make sure we've got Boko bow, golden bow. I don't know which one of these is duplex bow. Yeah.
Well, you actually have a 3 times one right before it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The mighty Lionel bow.
We worked hard enough for it, we might as well use it. Alright, where's my kit of choice? I'm boiling alive, but damn do I look cool.
Massive air quotation marks. I mean, it looks cool to somebody, I'm sure, but not the majority population.
Hey, fish fans are absolutely going nuts right now.
Oh baby, we only get this kind of hype once a year. And that's when the salmon go upstream to breed.
Is it bad that mention of salmon just makes me think of Brother Bear?
No, I can see why.
And now I've got that song in my head. Just, hey, these are the paths that my brain takes.
Well, I was thinking of fish are food, not friends. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. Fuck, I did it wrong.
They are for us. It's for the fish, it's the other way. For the sharks, rather.
Come forth, really cool lightning nullification powers. Well, alright then.
The power of the mint orb.
Yes, it will protect us, and it's the only thing that will protect us against Var Naboris' lightning strike. So, if you tried to assault it before now without redo, yeah, let's just say it'll be basically like going max speed 5 into a brick wall.
And even with, you know, our lightning protection armor here, it's a bit too strong lightning. It will still hurt you through there. This is not nullification armor, sadly. It is just, you know, attack down, but this is a divine thunder.
Yeah, what works on different rules, because of course.
Follow me.
Right, here we go. A little bit of preamble first, but it's all good.
So you don't have to always stay in her little field of vision there, her little protection ring, but it is very helpful to be there when you are doing the approach.
I was wondering where you were, Riju. Come on, step it up. Oh man, I can't wait for all this desert bluster to disappear. Now we can finally see the nothing that's out there.
Will be helpful, yeah, even though I don't think we actually have to really properly go through it. Unless we want to go for a shrine that we may or may not have been able to get to.
Jesus. Full speed ahead.
You get a big purple ring around you when it's about to fire. That's when you need to make sure, hey, be safe. Be in that ring.
Although, if I recall correctly, even though obviously it will hurt if you get hit, it's not going to instantly kill you if you get hit, so you've got at least sort of some breathing room.
Now that it's fired, we are good to go. Breaking off these casings.
Oh boy. Let's fall back a little bit. Fall back a little bit.
Let's not get big steppied on.
Jesus.
Alright. You're good.
Booyah. Ow.
Don't get too close.
Oh no, get completely close. I mean, like, just blow it all up in our faces is the perfect way to go.
So I'm trying to do it in a very strategic manner, not the most stylish manner.
Well, the nice thing is, because we have the triple bow there, it only takes one shot each to disable them, whereas normally you would have to do about 3 each on them, which is, it's not bad, but it's, you know, it takes more time for sure. And also, you are very lucky. You got stepped on by that whole dude.
Okay, cool.
We're just gonna stay here, like... I know we need the sand seal and all, but it's like you could just, you know, move up to the sand seal would have been helpful.
It's alright, I got this. I got this. I got this.
You alright?
Yeah.
That works.
I did it in my usual Tom flair. Which is to say, just throw myself at the problem until victory is assured.
I mean, that's usually how you win most things.
Indeed.
And now that its Tims are gone, he steps on the Lego bricks hidden in the desert there.
Oh,
makes
shit!
him go, oh, I hate stepping on Lego!
God damn. Can't believe you actually made a picture of him wearing Tim's.
Unfortunately, I cannot appease Naboris on my own.
Only the sacred catfish can do
I
that.
have no choice but to entrust the rest to you.
Well, I've got pretty much everything I need. I got a guardian spear, I got a really cool shield, I got a Lionel bow. Okay, I'm good now. The sand made new Tims for me.
I mean, I have to say, it was very lucky that Link managed to get on there in time, because
Don't let us...
otherwise how would we have, you know, got it to drop down again, because its feet, I don't believe, go back to being, you know, all protected and electrified, so he just wouldn't have dropped down and we wouldn't have been able to get in. We would have had to, you know, pop over to Teba and just go, oi, could you, you know, fly us up here for this, because he's been a pain.
No, I've got Rivali's Gale.
Oh yeah, that is true, but I don't know whether that gave you quite enough height to reach that area.
Well, in this situation, in this scenario, let's just say it does, Mr. Nitpicker. Jesus.
Okay.
Booyah. Now we can teleport in and out as we please.
Well, well, well. You sure do know how to keep a woman waiting.
I was asleep for 100 years.
I can't
Link just
wait
starts
to
tugging at his
see
collar. He's like, I don't know how to respond to this. Not that I normally would, of course, because I am
one
silent.
thing at a time. You'll need a map to find your way around.
Honestly, this whole Divine Beast looks a lot more confusing than it actually is.
I think this is one of the more straightforward ones, honestly. Because there's not a lot of,
That guidance stone.
from what I recall at least, crazy, like, dungeon-changing mechanics there. There's no moving stuff around in ways that shift everything. So that makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about, you know, the crazy stuff.
Yeah, because it's pretty much all about rotating the innards of Naboris. And yeah, in the grand scheme of things, even though obviously that does change up how everything works, there's not really a whole lot that you can necessarily do around that can screw yourself over, I suppose.
Map should be up here. If not, well, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
It is interesting. I just realized that because normally in shrines you don't have access to using Rivali's Gale there because that could potentially break the shrines, but we do actually have access to using it in here. That's interesting because I wonder if there are, you know, some shortcuts that can be taken thanks to Rivali's powers.
Oh, undoubtedly. I suppose probably the logical reason as to why that works is because even though, there are sort of innards to the divine beasts, they are effectively still outside structures. Like, you've got holes all the way through them, so you've got the outside air, whereas the shrines are all subterranean areas, so,
Good work getting the map of
blocks
the divine
out
beast.
any protection.
The terminals that control Naboris are noted by a series of glowing points on your map.
Oh, good. Things that glow are
Take
easy to
Naboris
find,
back
at least for
by
me anyway.
activating all of the terminals. You're ready for this.
At least I hope so. Goodbye. And then she says nothing else for the rest of the dungeon. Alright, we've got the central thing here, so we may as well have a little lucky poo outside. Just opening up some air, okay?
Yeah, what's 2 extra orifices?
Could you not describe it like that next time, please?
It's one of those words I try to use once a day.
Why?
I like challenging myself.
Yeah, it certainly is challenging. Alright, just not in the way you anticipated.
Just maybe, you can use other disgusting words, but orifice has got very, very specific context. Use something like moist instead. Equally awful, but maybe a little bit more useful.
Is this going to be the whole dungeon? Like, Jesus Christ, should I just, stop playing now?
See, we haven't even broke out of the thesaurus yet.
Good job, there are more things for me to explodify. I love that you get, obviously it's not a full version of the world. It looks like something out of Harrow Warriors Age of Calamity. But you see the world outside moving while you're on these beasts, which I'm kind of going to miss if they go back to proper dungeons next time.
My suspicion is that what they're more likely to do is to go for something in the middle. This whole thing of shrines and the divine beasts and sort of these big shifting dungeon type structures works, and even though people perhaps are not 100% sold on everything within them, they're still pretty sold on the whole idea. It's just that they would like a return to the various things of all of this. So I suspect that they'll go for something in the middle.
Okay, so we can control that. I have an idea.
And your idea is correct if you can pull it off in time.
Haha!
Ooh, that was close, but you got it. And all this work for... Oh, hey, that counts. That's good.
That will come in handy, actually, because we're going to go see a certain scientist after this.
Yay!
A certain DLC character.
Better not give too much information on him, though. That time is needed for DC superhero girls. Oh, I'm sassy.
I mean, that is fair.
I've seen one person excited for that game.
It's one of those things, if you look at it and you just go, well, I'm definitely not the target market for this, but I'm sure that it will be delightful for the actual target market, and that is fine.
Yeah. Whoa!
So I suppose, you know, since we're Divine Beast crawling, do we want to discuss the Nintendo Direct that occurred the other day?
Yeah, you guys can go for it if you like.
I'm gonna say, sorry, we can't, because there's no news on Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, my heart. No.
Fair. But also, we did at least get some Zelda news in the fact... well, we did get some Breath of the Wild 2 news, in that there is no Breath of the Wild 2 news. Which is still more than we had, you know, this time last year. So... but obviously, the main Zelda thing that got revealed at the Direct was Skyward Sword HD.
Hey, there you go.
Now, obviously, there have been rumours about it being a thing for quite a while. I mean, basically, you know, as soon as they did Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U, people were talking about, ooh, I wonder if they'll do a Skyward Sword HD, and how is that going to work? And they have managed it, and it is a thing that is going to happen, and I think that is quite cool.
And according to some internet leakmen, they do say that then the Wii U Zelda game ports there, the Twilight Princess HD as well as Wind Waker HD, will also be getting re-releases later. But of course, we'll see how accurate they are, because they sometimes are a bit wrong.
Yes. However, with that said, if anything is gonna, you know, occur with it makes sense that they'll release those at some point, because they're perfectly functioning HD ports. Nintendo like having a bunch of their systems on the same platform constantly, so why wouldn't they do it again?
Mm-hmm.
I think my biggest takeaway from that Direct, though, is there's a dissonance between what the fans of Nintendo say and the critical reception, because I saw a lot of people criticizing the price of Skyward Sword HD being pretty much a fully priced game, which I am of the opinion of, yeah, it's a bit much, I think, but at the same time, it's become one of the best sellers on Amazon right now, and it's sold out. So it's like, I get why you would criticize it, but it doesn't actually mean anything. And hey, did you get it?
I did. I was wondering why it wasn't powering up. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. It gave us time to chat.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's what usually happens whenever anybody's in a dungeon. It just sort of takes that little bit of, oh, let's cogitate and get to the point that we need to.
If you just miss one thing sometimes, you can just, you go, I don't really get it, but it's like, as soon as you get that one thing, you're like, oh, well, the answer was so clear all this time.
All along. Sorry, I'm trying to be smart about it.
You know, you had it right before there.
So if you put those two back where they were,
Okay.
and then literally all you need to do is move the horizontal bar all the way to the end.
Sorry. There we go.
You were thinking like massive brain programming ideas where it was literally just put it to the two sides.
Oh, bloody hell. Alright. Oh, it's on the other side.
I think that whole thing with the pricing of Skyward Sword HD, it's disappointing that they have made it cost so much. Because you kind of look at it and you just go, really? Could you, have not just made it a reasonable price? But then equally, it totally makes sense as to why they would do it, because they know that they can get the money. People will do it, so why would you not?
I am also of the opinion that just because a game is older, it deserves to be like... I don't think it deserves to only be like $5 like I saw people saying.
Yeah, no, that's a bit excessive.
Like, that's a bit much to say, like, well, it's old, so it needs to be, like, I should be able to get it bargain bin price. And it's like, I disagree, especially when you think about, like, there's a bit of work going into the updating of the models and making new control schemes. Like, those deserve to be paid people's efforts for that, right? But I do think, yeah, like, it and the price of the Miitopia there are a bit more than what I think they should have been.
Yeah, I mean, what I probably would have thought would be a reasonable price would have been something around, like, 30 quid. Like, when you take into consideration that there exist various ports of older games that are, like, you get 3 entire games remastered in HD for about 30 quid. Having that with one title, you kind of just go, maybe just a wee bit much there. But if it's selling, it's selling. So, like, Nintendo ain't gonna cry over that.
Alright. Need one of these to open up a thing in here. Or is it in the other direction? I think it's in the other direction.
It probably, yes. Either that or you need to take it all the way up the tower. I honestly can't remember, and I've got the guide up. It's one of those things, if you look at it, you just go, which terminal are we going for now? Because the way that the terminals are mentioned in like a numbered order, and you look at it and just go, yeah, no, could you just tell me how to get to the one that's in like the front hump, or the one that's like sitting towards the rear?
The answer to that is no, good sir. Let's have a drop down here. Aha. Do you mind?
And he took so long to get his weapons out, too. He was like, I'm gonna do it, and then by that time, he was already mostly dead. Wow, you took, like, no damage from that laser fire.
Well, all of these things have been upgraded by one slot, so...
That would definitely help out, yeah. Orb administered.
Yes. I know the other orb is around here somewhere. We'll find it, don't you worry.
Oh, quite right. I mean, otherwise we'll be here forever.
Please don't say that. Now, what is that? Huh.
Yeah, I think what you probably... Oh, well, there's an eye that you can shoot, so that'll help a bit.
Yeah, this one I have, like I said, it's more confusing than it actually is. And for someone who hasn't played it in a while, this is going to take us a while.
Just because you can go to any of them in any order doesn't mean that it's going to be, like, really obvious which direction you need to take to get to everything, because it can vary. That's the whole point.
You go there. I said, you go there.
Yes, just stay and yeah, just look pretty.
Yeah, so we're going to use this guy to go up and get the other one, and then they'll both be on the ground floor, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Where is he? Oh, hey, there's one of them.
Well, there's a terminal, so that solves one problem. I think you can also,
There are 4 terminals
there was an eyeball
remaining.
down below that you were able to shoot once you got close enough.
Yeah, the stank of darkness is around.
Always is.
Oh, there it is. He thinks he's safe just because the elevator's in the way.
Woohoo! He ain't.
I mean, also, little does he probably have a brain to, function. He is just an eyeball. He has ocular functions and not much else, so I don't think he's actually thinking about much.
Probably not, but hey, like, bit of destruction of an eyeball, like, does it really matter if he doesn't know? Because he just gets to die.
Wow, dark.
Very dark.
Oh, Richie, your commentary confuses me sometimes. I just don't get it.
Don't worry, it confuses me too sometimes. I think this is why I was just like, you know what, I'm going to retire from my solo commentary, because otherwise I'm literally just going to be talking like a lunatic for hours at a time. At least, when I'm doing it here, I'm talking to other people, so even though I still seem a little bit like a lunatic, there are at least other people to kind of bring me out of the lunacy.
Yeah, people. No one on the internet would know you're actually a dog.
God damn it, Tanner. Jesus fucking Christ. God, that's just... fuck.
Can I just give a big shout out to the Ancient Memes Twitter page, which just reposts like super old meme images, and it's just like every time I look at them, I'm like, man, what an era we've come to when I remember these being the new funny memes, and now they're certified ancient.
Ah, yes. I use the other one as a power thing.
Yes, we need to go get back the child we dropped off.
But yeah, that whole thing of saying that nobody will realise you're a dog, obviously, like Silent Hill 2, secret ending. But also that just makes me think of that lawyer who got stuck with a cat.
Oh god, my mum was laughing so hard at that on the news.
Yeah, got stuck with a cat filter on a Zoom call, because, hey, these things happen now.
And you just get him going, I'm not a cat. Well, it's a face of a cat. It's so funny. It's
oh
the
my
best.
God, Jesus.
Oh dear, older people and technology sometimes.
Are you gonna come up, little thing? Is that for the other side? Yeah, there we go. A little bit more.
Yeah, you just have to keep turning until it turns up.
Complete the circuit.
You can do it, fishman. And then you push it the other way for this one.
Oh yeah, I remember getting really confused by this, because I'm like, that's not how dials work, I think.
It's not how dials work. Like, categorically, you turn something one way, it turns something one way, you turn it the other way, it turns back. But hey, better they do it that way than make it so that the thing doesn't work at all.
Alright. There we go. That should power it up.
Let's see, because we need to get the circuit fully aligned.
Otherwise, this will end up very disappointingly.
Is it all done?
Well, it's aligned, it's just not lining up with the circuit that we need. Perhaps if you sort of rotated it again to a different position?
Okay.
Because I think it needs to go either to the top one or the bottom one, actually. We'll see here.
That's a no.
So you've only got 2 options left now.
We'll do this one, and if it's not this, it's the bottom, and if not, then well, we're doing something majorly wrong. There we go.
Finally.
I'm very glad that that is set up the way that it is, otherwise that would be a very rude bonk on the head.
It would, yeah.
Coming down from the head, just to, you know, make it ironic.
And it's kind of funny, because, like, you see all this stuff that lets you move around the Divine Beast here, and then come, like, Age of Calamity, and you see, oh no, once they're inside the Divine Beast, the champions can just warp around in there. Like, they don't actually need to get from place A to place B. They can just spirit warp around it.
Jesus Christ. You could have told us that beforehand.
Would have been helpful, but then I suppose equally the whole point of why things are as they are here is because it's broken / corrupted, therefore we must fix it so that you would be able to warp all the way around again.
I do really love how, like, this whole structure, it does abide by the rules of, hey, if it's there, you can go on it, which, you know, makes the exploring a lot more fun, because there's nothing worse than when you're playing a game and you see something and you're like, oh, I want to go there, and you, like, try to go there and you clip right through it, and you're like, well, I hate that. I want, like, that's why Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, all that background stuff you can, like, interact with leads to some super cool things you can do, versus in some of the more modern games where it's just like, oh, did you go somewhere in the background? Enjoy being, you know, clipping through and falling through the world.
Oh, where's that eye? There you are.
You know, I'm very glad that those guys don't completely prevent you from using your sword for a period of time, because that would be annoying here.
Oh god, those are the same sort of dudes. The
Well, yeah, because they're bubbles.
yeah, the cursed the bubbles there. Those guys were the worst.
Alright, so the next one is around here.
Yes, it's on the rotation. Because it's right up at the top.
Ah, I see.
So actually, if you Rivali's Gale...
Yeah, actually much easier.
Rivali's just like, hey kid, are you using my power to cheat? You know what? You get this one.
I'm stuck on the ceiling. Help me! It wasn't funny, Richie. I feared for my life.
It was completely funny.
Okay, it kinda was.
Just one terminal remaining. You're almost there.
Oh, steady there, easy.
Yeah, you will need to go outside for it.
Here's what we were missing. Oh, I hate you so much! Oh, thank you. Oh.
Oh. The Phantom Sword.
Well, poo on you then. Oh, here we go. Now I will rotate.
Yeah, now we just need to rotate and get it so we can stand on solid ground.
And then Dungeon Dunzo.
Well, not yet. There is one final obstacle in our way.
Yeah, but we are helped out massively by the fact that we have
Take a good look.
protection of rubber.
Head for the glowing mark you see there.
You're right, you're accurate with those words. I wish you'd use different ones to phrase it.
But overconfidence will be a deadly foe.
Hey, it's better than Orifice.
Sure is, mate. Sure is. Alright, what are we using here?
Anything but the lightning-based weaponry.
Yeah, because I need a shield for this. Oh my god, how do I get out?
Try 2 more times, like how we got in here.
Despite all my rage, I'm not David Cage. Sorry, I was watching Ulrich Salonbar's takedown of Beyond Two Souls the other day.
Those are fun video essays to just, play around with. Anything making fun of David Cage.
I would say I sort of made my career on that, but, I didn't. Also, I forgot to make food in the in-between period, so let me just eat a few fish.
We have a good amount there. I see some ones that fill a lot of hearts. We have one that will give us bonus hearts, so I think we should be pretty good. And we have the power of our fish waifu.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, if it all goes tits up, we have bombers.
Now, you might be wondering why Tanner is so afraid of this particular scourge. Well, let's just say if you come here first, you're gonna have a bad time. And this is the one and only time I will give props to Ego Raptor, because he did come first here in the playthrough with like 3 hearts, and still managed to beat this monstrosity. Thunderblight Ganon.
Yeah, this guy is a pain, because he warps a lot.
He's also the smallest of the Ganon Blights, which might make you go, oh, he's probably less powerful. And you're right, he is. He doesn't do as much damage per hit, but hitting him is hard. And yes, as we said, he's a bit like CW's The Flash, where he will just start zip-zoom, warping around real fast. Like that. Best thing you can do is get up close and personal with him as much as you can, because he will try and get you. But yeah, you can use those bomb arrows that we have left over to our advantage.
Use bombs wisely. I mean, at least his shield goes down relatively quickly, because that could have been particularly bull.
Alright, need a new weapon, Yeah, this'll do. Oh, no, that's a 2-hander. Why not?
I mean, hey, you might even be able to freeze him.
Come on. Ow.
What? They move like you do!
Ha! He's fast! Ow. I have my bow out. Silly Tom. Stupid, silly Tom. Haha.
It does feel good once he starts to ragdoll, though. I enjoy that. It is a good feeling.
Good bit of ragdoll physics always goes a long way in making a battle sort of sometimes feel quite fun.
Ow. I was getting too cheeky.
Of course, the only problem with the bomb arrows is that while it deals a lot of damage, it completely obscures your vision, so you can't really tell what he's doing behind the explosion.
Apart from, you can see through the light that he uses, so you can see whether he is shooting lightning bolts at you, and because that's sort of the green glow, or whether he is restoring his shield because it's the blue glow.
Oh lord.
By the power of Ganon's skull.
Not a fan of that. That crossover can just go to hell. Is that good? That would have shocked me, I think, if I had not been wearing this stuff.
I think so, you're right.
Ow.
Oof. Shocks you even if you are holding it.
This is a powerful magic. Okay, well at least he's close this time.
Yeah, because I mean ultimately that is the what you are intended to do, is to get it up close and personal to him and get him to effectively electrocute himself.
I actually don't think I did this. I think I just spammed bomb arrows at him.
There we go.
Wow, that deals good damage. That would have been good to know.
Like the fuck you thought? Ah!
But yes, as you can see, really aggressive, so always fun.
Yeah, I had enough of your shit. Ow. Fuck you think you hit me with, Gerudo boy?
I don't think he counts as a guardian, actually. Huh, I never thought about that.
Well, I was meaning to buy some more stuff anyway, so... Oh, wow.
I know, that's a one-handed sword.
I am out of bomb arrows. Well, no, that was a,
Your ancient one, yeah. And this'll deal tremendous damage to him being the Lionel sword there.
Oh, yeah. Worth it.
Sir? Sir, where are you?
It's okay, I have many shields.
Including a better shield, but we're alright, he's close to death now. I mean, we are also close to death, but we do have Fish Waifu revival powers, so, like, really, this is just going to be our victory.
Where did he go? Oh, hey.
Just need one more good hit.
Hey!
He's the Scrappy-Doo of these guys, but we put him in his place, just like you ought to do with the real Scrappy-Doo.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba! Lightning power!
Ah, no, Ganon, save me, Daddy! Nah, I'm good. You can just go straight to hell.
Or wherever these weird amalgam creatures go.
Back into Ganon, I would assume.
Yeah, back into the malice.
Oh, beautiful. I hate when my camels are filled with malice.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably most camels all the time, considering the way that they enjoy spitting at people.
Mm-hmm.
That they do.
Just like, you tried to ride me, therefore face the power of my spit, you brute.
Very nice. I was needing a top me up anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, after that fight, definitely.
Hang on, I want to look cool for this cutscene.
What? You don't think you look cool with all the outfit that you're wearing right now? Like, oh my god, Tom, that is just so wrong.
No, I want to impress Urbosa, alright?
Look, here's the thing. He wants to be slightly less cool than the maximum, so that then the next time that he sees Urbosa, then he can bring out the fishman suit and really flex.
That's fair.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Link. Thanks to your valor and skill, my soul is free, and Naboris is ours once again.
I'm going to look past you culturally appropriating our garb, and just be happy that I'm no longer a trap spirit.
We Gerudo have no tolerance for unfinished business.
Also, I do love her. She was just like, you know what? I'm going to make an entrance because I'm going to walk down these stairs in heels because I just need to show how much of a badass woman I am.
Finally rush Hyrule Castle, as well as for the moment when I incinerate Ganon into a pile.
Well, no, but if you look at all of the other heroes, they basically are just like, "Oh, I'm here, hi."
Yeah, you got a point, actually.
Yeah, whereas she's just like, you know what, I'm gonna walk down these stairs because I was just having a little gander outside, just looking at the weather, since, you know, nothing better to do.
Being a spirit and all.
Yeah.
This is a very fun cutscene if you're wearing gloves, because how the fuck do you snap in gloves?
This is very true.
Both you and the princess, I know you have suffered much regarding what happened to us champions. But this is how things had to happen.
Or did
No
it?
one would carry you.
Just flash up Age of Calamity on screen.
Make it clear so she understands that. Tell her to shed any worries. And let her know I couldn't be more proud of her. You take good care of the princess. Oh, and also, Take good care of Hyra.
All of that? Really? I can barely manage to get through one divine beast, and that was with help. Robot Humpy Camel is free, and it can stomp again! Well, when everything is finished loading, of course.
Of course, this is not a PS5.
Did somebody say PS5? He's like the ancestor of Astro. Alright, I'm just gonna get these old Tims moving again. Oh no, now he's good again, he wears Jordans.
Oh, dang. Tom picking a side on this sneaker war, I see.
I have absolutely no dog in this race.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't either.
I specifically said dog instead of horse because this thing's already kind of horse-like anyway. I don't want to get too repetitive.
You should have just said I have no camel in this race, and then it would have been fine.
Are camels and horse not of the same species?
They are not of the same species because, you know, camels are a species and horse are a species.
I'm looking it up. Are camels and horses related?
But I mean, it's every chance they might be related.
Not at all. They are very far apart.
Not this time. We made it up.
Now, one thing that camels, you know, to differentiate them from horses is that they can fire lasers.
Ah, yes.
Naboris.
So can elephants and birds. So,
And you.
are we saying that they're related somehow?
No, we're not going down that path. But yeah, explicit Ocarina of Time reference there with Naboris.
Mm-hmm.
Bitter essence of defeat.
Which is kind of nuts if you think about that being like 10,000 years in the past or so.
But that is now in the past.
Names don't last that long. I mean, my only thought is that maybe there was some, you know, I mean, I guess we have, for example, like the Epic of Gilgamesh in our world, where it's like that was written down and kept, right? So if there was a proper record of these heroes 10,000 years in the past, then yeah, they could stick around. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, we don't talk about anyone that far in the past, really. I mean, Jesus was only like 2,000 years ago.
I mean, you are very much right. And also because, obviously, language changes constantly. So names that would have been normal all the way back then definitely would not be normal now.
Maybe it's just like a random person named Naboris. Like, you go back in time and look them up, it's like, hey, I'm Naboris. Wait, weren't you, like, the leader of a thieves guild and also the sage of spirit? No, that was my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great grandma. Hell yeah. Bursa's Fury, by the way, is a little bit of this. Yeah. AoE attack, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Real nice to have when you're surrounded by opponents or you just want to majorly mess up one single one out somewhere.
Like, say, a Molduga. You'd think, you know, now that I'd freed their town, they'd relax this rule a little bit, but whatever, I'm not going to ask their culture to change for me.
I mean, even if it was just a... Oh, Link's fine, because Link's just literally just saved all of our asses.
He's one of the good ones.
Oh no, not good.
Oh,
Hey, give me your hat.
You're not dead? Impressive. Very nice.
phew.
Can I have her sword?
I think you can actually get that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's the best Garuda weapon, because I definitely remember getting a very big Garuda weapon from one point where it was big, powerful.
Big, powerful. I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get our spoils of war. Scimitar of the Seven.
Though that might be the one I'm thinking of.
I think that's the one you're thinking of.
And Daybreaker. Woohoo.
But, I mean, that is a damn good shield.
Let's go ahead and equip these. Da-da-da-da. Hell yeah. Well, ladies, it's been fun, but this women-only society disgusts me, so I'm going to be leaving now.
I'm keeping the costume, though, for personal purposes.
Well, why wouldn't you, really? Let's see. Go see Robbie. Well, we'll get to that. Where's the Molduga thing?
Medicinal Molduga.
Aha. Good stuff. We're going to rent as a sand seal, and we're going to go out there and put an end to this scourge.
Molduga, out of all the overworld enemies, was, I think, one of the first ones I actually took down. And it wasn't too bad. But then I think it's the single most downgraded enemy in Age of Calamity. Because he is just nothing in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. I thought that was just getting straight to the thing, but I should have said, seal the deal. Oh. Yep, this seems like the place.
Oh, well.
And, yep, there is a Molduga.
Yeah, you can tell because the HP bar popped up and... Hello, sir.
It's okay. I've got a plan. A cunning plan.
And what is that plan?
Hopefully not to get killed.
I mean, that sounds like a good shout.
That is not what I wanted. Ah, fuck! Haha, fooled you. You silly bitch. That is exactly what I wanted.
Of course.
Alacord Nakekaku.
That means plan. I'm good now.
So I think it was just a bit too close to the one platform there, which is why it ended up not really working. But yeah, this is the general strategy for Molduga there. You feed him some bombs, he goes, ooch, owie, I don't like that, and then you can hit him a few times, and then you can retreat back up.
Hey, he's a ugly bugger.
He's got a chin that makes Jay Leno nervous.
But yeah, he's basically just a fish thing dodongo.
Oh, I guess, yeah, huh?
Oh my god, the music in this area is going fucking nuts.
Well, obviously there's a bit of Moldorm in the name as well.
Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I'd say, like, this is generally, like, an original creature for this, right? Like, it's not... It's even though it has, you know, little bits of some other creatures that we've fought in Zelda, it is, for all intents and purposes, a wholly original fellow, and there he goes.
Started poorly, ended well. Isn't that just the story of my life?
Look at all those guts, which
Oh,
is, we
yeah.
just need one of them.
Mm-hmm. So, do we have any fire arrows?
We have some bomb arrows left, I think.
Bomb arrows. So, there are some torches around here.
Uh-huh.
If you light them all on fire... Shrine!
Remember how we were saying we wanted that one Gerudo's sword? I was super right.
Hey!
Alright. Let me change my bow, just for something a little less complex. Nice shot, Tom.
Well, at least, you know, now that we've got one, I think we do have a torch, so we can, you know, do a bit of running and,
Okay, where's the third one exactly?
They're just in a circle, so your little rocks, that's where they are.
Ah, okay. Nice. And one more, I assume.
Yep. And this one is just, it's a blessing, so,
Ah,
How quaint.
indeed. Yeah, I don't want to leave the desert area without tackling a Molduga. I feel like that's a rite of passage. And plus, we're going to have to do it in the Champions Band anyway, so...
I will say, when I first fought the Molduga there, I thought it was, like, a singular creature, and that, like, once you got rid of it, it'd be gone, because it's like, it is the Molduga, right? They always call it the Molduga, not a, and then I go to Age of Calamity, and you're fighting, like, 3 of them at once, and you're like, oh no, you are a species that just is all out there, huh?
yeah. And there are actually 3 other Moldugas on the map. Yeah, there are a grand total of 4 in the world.
Now there's 3.
Now there's 3.
Mine. Good old bow collection keeps on growing.
The Gerudos, all their stuff being gold, is like, sure looks good, but then you realize how actually, like, bad gold is to make stuff out of, and you're like, maybe it's not the best choice.
Alright, now we take this stuff back to the lady in Gerudo Town, and then we warp somewhere very, very, very far east, and then proceed north through Akala. We have a visit with a certain mad scientist. But first, I must make sure I am not kicked out of this town.
You must wear the proper ceremonial pants.
I still feel like I got into town once not wearing the correct pants. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
You imagining it just because the Vo pants look very similar to the other pants.
Alright, so I just found a video called 6 sets of clothing that are allowed in Gerudo Town.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a couple exception clothing, it seems. There's a couple pairs of pants that are fine. You can wear the Thunder Helm, and then you can wear everything in the club there. So yeah, there's the sand boots are ones that you can wear in there. So if you get that, those are labeled as acceptable.
Oh, they look similar to the Rito trousers, I believe, so that's probably where I was getting confused.
Probably.
Makes sense. Stop running! We're trying to help you!
It's okay, I'm in position now. Is that Molduga I smell on you? Aww. I need those guts so he can get back into these... No, it's okay.
Ooh,
calm down, Tom.
Spicy boy.
Well, we are in the desert, so... Yes, I will give you these fresh guts. Wow, they really are fresh. They're still bleeding. Nice. I'm gonna need that for all the stuff I need to buy from Robbie. Hell yeah. Alrighty, let's see where we can go next. Look at all this vast, untamed region over here. There isn't really any easy way to go from here. I guess we could go east from here.
Yeah, probably just following the road there would be the best idea. So I'd maybe start by... Actually, there's a stable there. So if we get the stable there, then we can get our horse, and that'll be put us on a nice solid path there.